Hi guys, welcome. I am back on GARUDA and I've been working at the tab hblock because as it is right now, right, hblock is actually a dependency of GARUDA assistant. So in here there is a possibility, and that's the fun, right, the learning, that you can enable hblock or disable hblock. Now, my intention with this ArcoLinux tweak tool is to grow closer to each other. And in a sense, when learning about EndeavourOS GARUDA and then comparing with ArcoLinux, you have to make some sacrifices. And I did, right? I've rewritten the package build of the ArcoLinux hblock so that it cannot conflict with the GARUDA option here. So there's a new ArcoLinux tweak tool out that takes in consideration that GARUDA has already hblock available, right? And it's gonna work out of the box as well. So the click here or the click that you saw in the other application is gonna work. And let's open Sublime Text. That makes it a little bit more interesting, like this, right? This is the hosts file, etc hosts, and your internet experience is different. Like, awesome if you enable hblock. This is the normal stuff, but if you enable it, all the rubbish websites are actually blocked, and they all get an IP 00, which means they do not end anywhere, right? They just end up dead in the water and it will not work. This is a list of 200,000 and let's say 2030, right? 2025. This is an awesome way of blocking things. Now, the guys of GARUDA and the guys of ArcoLinux, right? There is a little bit difference. Everything works fine. It's all good. So I've made sure of that. So I've rewritten the package build of ArcoLinux. But there is a difference between our package and the standard package coming from AOR, hblock, and that's why we've called it ArcoLinux hblock. Sudo pacman -s ArcoLinux hblock. So that's the one we would like to have, and there's a reason for that. Well, it's not that big, right? But it's, yeah, the changes we've made over the years. In here, there is no reference to the hblock, and we thought, well, maybe it's actually a good thing that it's in here, and not only here, XFCE, but also Mate and all the others who pick up the user share applications desktop files will get it. It's in there. It says hblock or something, or adblock or something. Adblock, I think I've called it. So it's gonna be in here. That's one difference. And the second one is we use a file that's normally to be found on etc, and there is an hblock folder, right? There is an H here. It should be coming in here somewhere, and you can whitelist things. You say, I don't want to block that site, and I don't want to block that site, and I definitely want to block that site. Even after 230,000 you found another one you want to block, right? That's where you put it as well. So if you want to have this one, then on GARUDA you have to do several tricks. Wow. So ArcoLinux hblock and hblock are in conflict. Yes, that's true. And then we are dependent. Well, the package build of GARUDA Assistant says my dependency is hblock, so we can't remove it. And I'm not going to ask them to change it, because it's okay. The way we've rearranged and rewritten the script, it's super, it's okay. But the first thing you need to do is get rid of this version and get exactly the same version in with some extras, basically, right? So our hblock, let's go over the motions, right? Pacman, okay. And then you say DD. Then it will work. Now you don't have hblock anymore. So you replace it with our version, basically, that's all it is, version. And we have here an adblock. You see? There you are. the icon, this one should come as well. The icon is there. But, yeah, so in here, hblock, do I see it? Do I see it? Here it is, hblock, right? And one of the things I definitely want to, that's the only thing, and that's Google Analytics, right? I want to have a look at the websites that we build, how is it going? But I don't want to see all the rest of the rubbish from all these websites. So it's an interesting concept to have an allow list and to have a deny list. So if you find other websites, you just put them there, right? And otherwise, these guys will be allowed for sure, and all the rest, 230,000 rubbish things, will not be allowed. And that's the only difference we've made. And because of the changes that we made to our own package, we can still use, and that's the point, right? We want to grow closer to each other. We can actually use the settings hblock enabled. Let's see what's going on. So the only file that you need to remember, most important file, is the etc host file. So if you go via this way and not via the ArcoLinux tweak tool, it should be the same thing, right? So click and apply, become root, because we need to write on something important, right? Enter to exit, and then you've got your standard stuff and even a message that you should reboot, right? I think it's gonna work right now. I don't think you need to reboot for it. And then you hblock enable, and you apply again. Of course, you want to be root again, so you can write all this stuff to enter this thing. So whatever you choose, it's gonna be the same. If you want to stick to the hblock, it's fine. If you want to switch to ArcoLinux hblock, it's fine too. So if you have websites, I think that's the most important thing. If you have websites that say, oh my god, they're blocked now, and I have always to go back and back and back to unlock it and unblock it and so on, right? Then maybe we can add these files of these websites to the whitelist, right? And then it's just gonna be etc for there forever and ever. If it makes sense, if there are websites that I can agree upon, right? That's okay, it makes sense that they're not blocked. Then we put it in here in the hblock, in the allow list, and it's solved. All right, that's the change we've made to the hblock, because, well, we both use hblock, but different files, packages. All right, cheers.